movements on the map and try and, you know, free up some space for the other heroes, like the mid laner, get some kills on the Tinker, or maybe even just help the Batrider if they feel like they want to contest that lane, because Batrider together with one or two heroes is always a very, very scary thing.
Ooh, stomp onto Quake, but might have the follow-up damage. The heat-seeking missile secures the first blood for the Tinker in the mid lane. So Quakefa is going to be hitting the deck. It did take that Elder Titan rotation like you talked about. He went in, he applied the stomp. It did end up working.
He got a nice kill on the Sand King as well. Oracle for Sand King, definitely not worth it for the side of Yellow Submarine, so it's a good kill for the Stormtrooper.
Alright, so the rotations are starting to add up. Here's going to be our first smoke. Yeah, so we're ready with the hook, looking to connect onto that Tinker, but Winter Wyvern joins the party, trying to keep someone burning down YapzOr, a very tanky hero, hard to get all the way through him, so we will be able to back up, get out with his life, and hopefully purchase up Frank soon. To aggress here, but YapzOr is going to be at the ready. Only level 4 on this Pudge, doesn't have Dismember, a little piece of lockdown, not quite online just yet.
This is a little bit scary.
They are just on each other's tails right now.
That's a little bit close for comfort right there.
Yeah, Flo's gonna reveal to lane now. And he does have that epi, so if he gets a really nice window, he can go in and just knock down a ton of damage. But YapzOr goes in right after the caustic finale, takes an immediate burrow strike out, and there's Era to finish the job. Winter Wyvern cannot keep the bug alive this time, and unfortunately, no more ability to cancel this TP, but still a nice easy kill on the Sand King, and it goes the way of the Storm Spirit once again. Yeah, and I mean, Tinker's strategy, you know, get those boots of travel, go, apply lane pressure, ride a little bit. He didn't really go for the early fighting build, the 2 build in lane. Oh, hold that thought there. It's got KZU stuck under the bubble. There was rotation back in. The Earth Splitter cleans up the Batrider, but now Oracle looking to at least get some revenge. They bring in YapzOr as well, who now has Dismember. The problem's latching that hook, and unfortunately, he's not able to find a target. So free kill on the Bat. But back to the point about the Tinker. He's picked up that ratty style build, max points march the machines. He's going to be applying lane pressure with those boots of travels. But if Drowsdread actually gets a moment to go in, they push towers so quickly that it doesn't matter how pushed out the lanes are. Now easy return the Sand King, who went up a little far forward. Elder Titan now going to be falling victim. The tower does fall immediately. There's the pullback on the Faceless Void. He's able to time up the damage. The hook, though! What was that hitbox? I don't know, but either way, YapzOr is able to find a potential kill. Now they're chasing after the Elder Titan, but he's speedy. He's got the Windlace on top of the Tranquil Boots. Pudge, similar story, but looks like Elder Titan should be able to skirt this one away. Oh, unless he stops to go for the Spirit. Hook, Pudge, hook. Blind hook, not gonna latch as the Elder Titan keeps on scurrying out.
I think they want to fight this though, because they have the TP available on the Storm Spirit, so they can just TP and then just ball lightning jump. They even have a blink on the bat, so they want to do something. TTR.
They're going in, they get the lasso onto the Void, who does have a chrono, can keep down long enough. And now they have that gust to follow up. Looks like he's going to be trying to get away, but all he can, he will be able to time lock off some damage. But again, the chrono not going to be enough to reinitiate here. KZU burning his way to the tree. He's got that time dilation. And now Flo looking to close that gap onto Quakefa. Quakefa rescued. Fire on Pudge. Synderin left to his own devices here in this tree line. He's trapped in. He goes for the TP out. Can Void bash? No, but Titan can stomp. They get down the Oracle. Looks like Batrider now focuses down the Elder Titan. There's going to be a chrono. And it does end up being a little bit fruitful there. Faceless Void. He's going to be just barely alive, hooked in by the Pudge, but no real skills to pay the bills as he will be falling. Okay. Alright, Era now back in as he picks up that completed Bloodstone. Blinks coming out left and right. Sand King and Tinker both pick him up, but that was such a messy little fight. What happened there?
It worked out. They had enough first to bring down the Void, and in the end, no, it didn't end up biting them in the ass, but they weren't like all on the same page. They still got the kill.
Alright, now Era is gonna be a little bit locked down. He is able to zip out. Stomp from the Titan is gonna lock down too. Now Quakefa has to be really, really careful. There's gonna be the Winter's Curse coming back out, but no one appears to focus him down. Quakefa tosses out a gust, keeps the Sand King at bay. Now Batrider with the Flame Break trying to help out, but Quakefa is still burning. Blink forward the Sand King. Double man burst. They should be able to finish off the Drow, but YapzOr is able to lock down the Sand King. Caustic Finale still takes care of the Frost Archer though. Hook just barely off the mark. We've got Flappy Bird on Flappy Bird action as Batrider chasing down the slowed Winter Wyvern. Flame Break back into a little bit of damage. Should be enough. There's going to be a nice Chrono. Eventually, Batrider does get the kill on the Wyvern, but at what cost here? His own life. Era is going to be slowed down. There's Blade Charge is able to leap forward, though. That is a long leap. Diving aggressively onto the Sand King, and he's going to go for a nice burrow strike forward. Can the Sand King get out alive? He's still up. He's still fighting. They lose the Pudge, and Era just barely escaping. He wants to re-engage. Now Cinder, and he's the one in trouble. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to live through this one. Will he pop or will he heal? That light is still orange, so he does go down. Now Faceless Void, he's just stomping around, feeling really in control of his own territory. Actually connects onto Era. Leaping forward, still trying to get down that Sand King, but Sand King, he's just freeing away, not feeling a whole lot of pressure. Drow comes in, there's the silence onto the Void, but not going to last all too long. It's another re-engage onto Era. He's got very little mana, 16 Bloodstone charges. He goes for the suicide, but drags quite but in the midst of the fight. That they cannot afford. They lose the Drow. Look in from the Pudge, takes care of the Faceless Void. There's a stop for long time. Yasor as well. This has gone on too long. Casey, what are you doing? Where's your damage? There's going to be the Winter's Curse. Case who gets wailed on by Era, who now comes back in courtesy of that suicide with a really short respawn time. Era is able to clean up the Void. Now they're looking for more, as they're going to go onto the Elder Titan. They should be able to pick him off, but there's just no more mana available to stomp. Not going to connect as the Ball and Lightning gets the invulnerability, but double damage Sand King. He's looking to make this a real nice fight. The Heat-Seeking Missile comes back in, Burrow Strike, and there's the full back to Sand King. Era does manage to get the kill onto the Sand King. What the actual hell?
Does this fight never end?
Like, what the hell, dude?
Nice moves. He's also just like using the TP rotation. Like he's acting like he's TPing to lanes, then he keeps on canceling it just to make it a little bit annoying for Escape Gaming to guess where he's gonna go.
Alright, now they are able to go in. Cinderin, unfortunately, most likely hitting the deck here. Gonna be popping after that. There's just too much damage to Earth Splitter. Trying to follow up. Batrider caught in a Chrono. Easy kill onto Kazu. Now Yapsor gets the chance to run for his life. Will the Yellow Submariners show mercy? Looks like it for now, though. Just sitting back, going for those right clicks, and when something gets scary, she can just hit that panic button and walk away.
Yeah, now Kazu, he's looking for something aggressive. He jumps on PSM.
They are able to get this little target here. Neat little initiation. The Storm Spirit diving very, very deep. The Lincoln is going to be popped as Winter Wyvern tried to do anything to keep herself alive. She's going to be dead. No Winter's Curse has been popped just yet. And Quake but continue to wail on these towers. Heat-Seeking Missiles are going to go in, dodged out by the Shadow Blade. Yeah, Escape slowly but surely tightening that news. The mid lane pushing in courtesy of the super creeps. Bottom lane constantly being controlled. If Radiant take their eyes off it for even a minute, Quake's going to be able to just jump in. Now focusing on the tower, Storm Spirit takes care of the rest of the heroes, forcing them all back. There is going to be a Chrono Spear. That's connected to Quake, but they're facing Cinderin, healing him up, doing whatever he can to lock the Void in. Will it be enough? The Shadow Blade onto the Drow. The Glimmer Cape is up, but she still ends up popping. Really unfortunate now. Era is going to be running away. The Winter's Curse to hold him in place. He is going to have very, very little mana. Can they actually get the suicide off? The Pudge is back! And unfortunately, the Heat-Seeking Missile still follows him through at the Aegis. They're looking for the lockdown there. Burrow start to start things off, and they're just going to dump everything they've got on that Storm Spirit. So in the end, it's going to be Aegis down, 3 heroes down, trading only for a little bit of splash damage on this tier 3 tower.
He even picks up some dust now, as you can see. Like that vision that he hasn't been able to get on the Sand King has really been biting his ass. Nice scan from the Dire will reveal that there's some sort of rotation through the jungle. Cinderin has some time to react. Now they're going to be leading the charge. The Hazel on the Batrider flick forward, able to grab up the Elder Titan. You do have the vision, like you mentioned, from the Storm Spirit. Meanwhile, the Chrono is going to be a complete. Quite walks into it. Able to do any damage from the back line of this fight. Now there's going to be a hook in. Able to save Era. Fantastic player. One more quick missile strikes out as the Tinker. He tries to get away, but is going to be used up in the air by the Pudge. Yep, going to be playing with a one-on-one basis. Meanwhile, there's going to be 3 heroes chasing him quite well under the BKB. He gets the bashes. They should still be able to finish off the Dry Ranger, but there is going to be the Shadow Blade. Do they have the vision? The gem's going to be on the Sand King. He needs to get close enough, and he will. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Oracle was able to take down the Winter Wyvern, so it's going to be a 2-for-2. Pretty even fight so far if they can keep things going their way, but unfortunately, losing the Pudge and now a re-engage. Era gonna get his Lincolns broken, will be able to jump to freedom. Not ideal for Escape. It seems like they're losing a little bit of momentum each and every fight. They're just a little bit less potent.
Let's see what's going down here as we've got a full smoke up Radiant. I mean, they know they're at a really nice power spike right now. They want to get the most out of this, and now, oh god, a hasted Void. Gonna be all up in your business. There's gonna be the opportunity for a phenomenal Chronosphere, but Gem Vision comes in handy, but there's gonna be a nice little Winter's Curse and he's trying to get away. YeS tries to hook him in, but unfortunately he still dies. Chronosphere onto Quake, but it's gonna be an epicenter channeled up as well. Flow trying to do what he can to lock down the Batrider. He's getting very, very low. There will be that dismember popped out. Winter Wyvern going for the heal onto the Faceless Void. He's still up and he's still able to fight. He leaps up onto the cliff. There's gems dropped out every which way. YapzOr gonna get hexed up. I think this may be the end. There's no buyback on the Oracle, no buyback on the Bat or the Pudge. And there's just a couple of heroes left alive. The two big damage dealers do survive the fight, but they've got no support now. Meanwhile, mid lane, someone's gonna get back and deal with the super creeps, but
Falling will at least be, you know, a step in the right direction. Then they can maybe even decide to go for some high ground vision, like put down some aggressive walls on the high ground and then make plays with that. So Escape Gaming, they're playing, you know, as slow as they kind of have to, I guess.
Quick.
Or not, or not.
Well, that's just a big question mark in my head, because everything you were saying made a whole lot of sense about playing conservatively. Then Drow just YOLOs in. Now YapzOr is going to be hexed up. I don't think he gets out of this one, as there's just a big bushel of heroes to take care of him. But they did make space for this top lane, however. Storm Spirit able to apply a bit of damage to that, but I certainly don't think it's worth the life of your Drow and Pudge. Very easily cleaned up. Pretty much everyone on the side of YeS Submarine can easily clear right now. Even, you know, not necessarily right-clicky heroes like the Titan. They've still got a formidable stomp.
Oh, bottom lane though, Sand King.
Yeah, he goes in, but does Era know just how much he's biting off right here? There is going to be the Winter's Curse in the back line. The Pudge are doing no save there. Oh, they go in. The Pudge misses the hook, not able to get anything. Meanwhile, it's fully channeled up Epicenter. Means they are going to drop the Oracle first, so no more saves coming out. Pudge is going to be Yuled in place. Looks like Storm Spirit can kind of run, but he has the chance. Beat bot comes out from the Dagon of this Tinker. A neat little pickup right there. Meanwhile, in the base, it was all a ploy. They get down to tier 4. They're trying to rat Batrider. He TP'd in to the pushing creep wave, but KheZu might pay the ultimate price for his greed. He just wanted to help his team, just wanted to take advantage of the space, but ends up dying and dropping another gem, giving it back to the Sand King.
But end up getting some towers, some racks or whatnot. It still seems like it's worth it in the end.
And there's a lot of space being made. As long as YeS Submarine continue to clear out the lanes to the river, they shouldn't have to worry too much about those TP and rotations. But now, oh, here, we've got Elder Titan just in a world of hurt. It's going to get lapped in by the Pudge. The hook connects, he goes in. Although Faceless Void tries to turn things up. YapzOr, the backboard strikes again as he just completely locks down the Pudge. Now Cap is in some trouble. Silenced up. They're going to kill him. Tinker as well. Tinker has no buyback. This is huge. There's going to be a stop out from Elder Titan, but it's cancelled. Oh man, Era just lacing in the pain. And now finally the Batrider looking for the one survivor. They should be able to find everything. Storm Spirit TPing forward is going to be able to find the Sand King. Oh gosh, that's going to be a scary, scary fight. He's going to be moving forward up into the top lane, wrapping around. Perfect jump there from Era. There's going to be that Yules to buy a little bit of time, goes in for the Ghost Scepter, but as long as Era keeps hot on his tail, should be able to find a full team wipe now. There's buybacks. If you have a buyback, get into this fight, as it looks like at Escape. They're looking to finish it off, man. The Ancient is exposed. They've just got to break a little bit of backdoor protection, bring a couple of creeps in the base. Faceless Void has no Chronosphere. There's one Diffusal Blade left. The March of the Machines keeping the base alive.
Him. They ended up getting so many kills, forcing out 3 buybacks. They got the Roshan. So Escape Gaming, they are in control of the game again.
Smoke on smoke action here. It might all come down to this big fight here. There's very few buybacks going in. Oh, the Winter's Curse! Batrider looks like he might get dropped, though. Oracle is able to apply a little bit of save. This could be the Glimmer Cape to keep him in viz as well. So KheZu should end up living through this, just barely. Is going to have to heal up a little bit. Storm jumping forward is going to pop out that Super Guard. Goes in. BKBs to get the silence here onto the Tinker. Now Void is going to trap Quake by Impact Chronosphere. Earth Splitter coming in, doing a decent amount of damage. Drow Ranger drop. She has buyback though. Now they're going to be focusing on to the Sand King. They are going to get the Oracle down in the process, but still a neat little pickup there. And that Faceless Void is chasing after him, looking for something. Again, more and more gems on the deck. Era, he's going to be hexed up, surrounded upon by 3. Can he get out of this? He zips away. There is going to be no refresher on the bat. He already spent it up, so no more lassos going his way. They get the slow off courtesy of the Shiva's Guard, so Void shouldn't be able to chase him that much further. There is going to be the cheese eaten up by YapzOr.
The first cheese, they had two, so you
Oh
know,
god, they had. Okay, so
cheese.
we're just opening a cheese shop right now.
Dropping, maybe he wants to upgrade it to silver so you can take away the bash from the face as well, which is actually pretty nice. You know, if you make him unable to bash, you can at least have some survivability. I don't think he will drop down both. Like, he will either keep the Dragon Lance as a hurricane bike or
drag
the
forward here. They've got the vision. You got gems for days. It's going to be a Yule's up, a hook back in. Oh, the center channel by Flono. With a fair amount of damage to touch. It's going to be 2 heroes spot up in the chrono. 3 of YapzOr drops back down to Earth as Dust from the Drow Ranger and a Winter's Curse finishes off the Pudge. And there is going to be a refresher as there is going to be a drag coming back out. Winter Wyvern sitting there just dragged up in place. Era, he's still up and he's still fighting. Does manage to drop the Winter Wyvern through that cold embrace. Now, oh, nice silence for Dust, turning things in favor of Escape. They should be able to get the Sand King down here as well. Gems all over the place, doesn't even matter. They're going straight into the throne. GG, well played, called out finally. After a 62-minute game, Escape, they fought long and they fought hard, and in the end, they finally succeed, taking the series in 2-0 fashion. Whew.
I mean, Arrow, what a god, you know, silence the Sand King, stun the Faceless Void, you know, easy peasy.
I was definitely a treat to watch. Very, very back and forth. There were a couple moments there where YeS Submarine looked like they had finally squished down Escape, but they just kept coming back, and in the end, they do get it done on the back of a very, very farmed Bat Rider. Nice little Storm Spirit, so wonderful to watch here. Again, Escape 2-0 this 2-game series. So they're